Vicki LaFawn Smith's twin sons, Matthew and Christopher, were born 3 months premature. Now 27, they each have severe cognitive and developmental disabilities.
The twins each need 12 hours of care a day, 7 days a week.
LaFawn Smith's family is one of many relying on Community First Choice and Personal Assistance Services programs through Montana DPHHS. The programs support in-home caregivers to provide individually tailored services for the elderly and those with disabilities.
I want to always be able to have resources so that I can take care of them in our home and not have them go into any institutional group home settings.
We first spoke to LaFawn Smith in January after she received a letter telling her her son's services would be reduced. Caregivers would be available fewer hours each week to help them with things like meal preparation and exercise. The change took effect several weeks later.
No one had time to adjust to that change.
Since then, LaFawn Smith says she has had to take many hours off from work to cover the reduced services herself. She also says 2 of her son's care workers left for other jobs after their hourly wages were cut. DPHHS says about 1,600 Community First and Personal Assistance care plans have been reduced. Those cuts are just a small percentage of the $49 million in reductions the agency had to make in the last year, as the state tried to address a $227 million projected budget shortfall. LaFawn Smith says she understands the need to balance the budget, but that the administration could have found other places to make cuts.
I just can't imagine that anything would be, or any programs would be more important than taking care of our people.
She says she wanted to share her story to show the impacts the state's decisions have on families like hers.
This is real life we're talking about.
Jonathan Ambarian, MTN News, Helena.
Montana DPHHS released a statement from Director Sheila Hogan. In it, she said DPHHS is doing all we can to minimize the impacts to the people we serve. Many factors will be considered in all the reductions before us, including protecting those persons who are most vulnerable and most in need. A $49 million funding reduction is painful, and the fact remains that what we're seeing now are the real-life consequences of the legislature's budget decisions in the past year.